Darian, I'm so glad you're with us today because one of the players that we are talking about, Crystal Dunn. This is our Getting to Know You segment with Crystal Dunn. She is a midfielder, defender, forward. She plays anywhere on the pitch for New Jersey, New York, Gotham FC, and the United States women's national team. The 32-year-old is from New Hyde Park on Long Island, New York, and she's had an incredible career. It started in college at UNC, where she played midfield and forward. She was named as a freshman the ACC Defender of the Year, and in her junior season in 2012, Dunn won the NCAA championship. She was also named, following that championship, Herman Trophy winner, ACC Athlete of the Year, and ACC Defender of the Year. In Dunn's senior season, she was named ACC Offensive Player of the Year and was the top goal scorer for UNC with 14 goals. So that means Defender awards and offensive awards all throughout her collegiate career. She wanted to go pro and was drafted in the 2014 NWSL college draft, #1 overall to Washington Spirit, where she played for 3 seasons. And in her second season in 2015, Dunn was named NWSL MVP and also won the Golden Boot that year with 15 goals in just her sophomore season at Washington Spirit. Then she decided to go overseas. And for the 2017-2018 season, Crystal Dunn played for Chelsea in the Women's Super League under Emma Hayes, current U.S. women's national team head coach. And she helped that team reach the quarterfinal of the Champions League, where Dunn played striker and a wing back at Chelsea under Emma Hayes. Then Dunn moved back to NWSL, playing for North Carolina Courage for 2 seasons in 19 and 20, winning 2 NWSL championships and 2 shields in 18 and 19. Then she played for the Portland Thorns, where the winnings did not stop for Crystal Dunn. 2021 Challenge Cup with the Thorns, 2021 Shield with the Portland Thorns, 2022 NWSL champion with the Portland Thorns. And in this past offseason, 2023, Crystal Dunn was traded to Gotham FC, signing through the 2026 season. That's all just her club career, D. Internationally, Crystal Dunn received her first senior national team call-up in January of 2013 as a junior at UNC. A month later, Crystal Dunn earned her first cap in February of 2013 versus Scotland, and then her first goal in September of 2015 against CONCACAF rival Haiti. She became a Women's World Cup champion with the United States in 2019, went on to win the bronze medal at the Olympics in 2020, was 2021 CONCACAF Player of the Year, and she has been an absolute dominant factor on the United States women's national team with 147 appearances, 25 goals, 19 assists, most of them coming as a left back. And of course, Crystal Dunn is mom to a beautiful baby boy, Marcel, who just turned 2 in May. Story time about Crystal
Catch
Dunn.
your breath.
Seriously, that is probably the longest resume I've had to run through since we started this segment. But Darian, you played with Crystal Dunn at North Carolina. What was she like as a teammate?
She's a ball of energy. She's fun. She's incredibly wise. She's exactly what she presents herself to be when you see her on interviews. I was so excited to play with her when I signed with the Courage. I got drafted there and then stayed for another year. And when I heard Crystal Dunn was coming, I was like, oh my God, she's my idol. I love her. Played against her in college. And my freshman year in college, I remember we played UNC and she came on the pitch and I was like, whoa, this is a woman amongst girls. It gave me my first L in college in a match going against UNC, Talia
Wow.
Ojai, Crystal Dunn. It was a yacked team. It was crazy to go up against. But she is just very humble. I mean, what hasn't she won at this point? And she remains so humble. A very generous teammate, always offering advice. She gave me a lot of advice about going to play in Europe and play abroad and not be stuck to one team. And you've seen her, she's bounced around a lot and had success everywhere. And I think that just goes to show what an incredible player she is and what a good person, because you never hear players, coaches, anybody have anything negative to say about her ever. She's so consistent on and off the pitch. And I'm happy she made this Olympic roster. I think she's one of those players that were so on the edge for a lot of us for most of the time until we saw her get consistent minutes with Hayes and be very effective. And so I'm happy for her. I'm glad I got to get to know this player.
I know. This
Yeah,
was such a
she's
good
been
one.
one of my faves for a long time.
Yeah, that Crystal Dunn was one of my first U.S. women's national team kits that I purchased myself, like with my own money, not like a gift
Oh, that's
from
awesome.
my parents or someone else. Yeah, I love Crystal Dunn and watching her. And one of the most unique aspects of Dunn is her versatility because she truly can play anywhere across the lines. And she has her entire career, right? Harking back to college where she was named a defender of the year, attacker of the year. She's done it all. And most recently, most of her success winning the 19 Women's World Cup came with her playing left back with the United States squad. Under Emma Hayes' tenure, which has only been a couple weeks, Dunn was named as a forward on the roster. And there was a big disclaimer once the roster dropped for the Olympics from Hayes saying these players are broken down into position, but they can play a variety of roles. When you look at Crystal Dunn, knowing that she can play anywhere across any line, where do you like her the most on the pitch?
Oof. With the national team?
Yeah.
With the national team, I'd say left back. I think she brings such consistency and stability to that position that you can be overzealous going forward because you do have a lot of freedom to attack, especially on that left side. I think she's so smart at picking and choosing her moments to go forward, to combine, but also letting the forward in front of her have that space, have that 1v1 ability. Um, because she played in the midfield too. When I played with her at the Courage, she was a midfielder. She played the 10 position. She knows those rotations. She knows the pockets of space to sit in. She is so smart in knowing how to not get in her teammates' way, and I think and play off of that and really expose spaces that the opponent's giving you. So I think left back is her
Yeah.
solid position, at least with the national team. That's where I love to see her because her 1v1 ability too. The girl is so low to the ground that she's so difficult to get by. She's so shifty. She's quick. She rarely has to make last ditch tackles. When she does, they're precise. I think that's her position with the U.S. Women's National Team.
Left back is a solid role for her, and that's where she's found the most stability internationally. I like her as the wing back too, which I think we might see more of. We got a glimpse of it when the U.S. played Costa Rica in their last match to the Olympics just last night in a 3-5-2 from Hayes. Maybe we'll see more of it because Dunn did play that wing back position under Hayes when she was at Chelsea. So there's familiarity there. We could see her higher up the pitch because she can score and she can create for others. But you're right. Her defensive efforts are 100% unmatched. I mean, she's so good. She wasn't even a left back when the U.S. decided to play her at that left back position. We go live on YouTube for these episodes Wednesday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern time. And our producer, Mark, has polled the group and the chat saying, hey, what is your favorite Crystal Dunn moment? We've got a couple queued up here. So shout out to everyone joining us live on YouTube. You can also listen to us as a podcast. Paul Brown saying her tracking back and making important tackles in the 19 World Cup. I absolutely love that. Stephanie also giving a shout out to Crystal Dunn becoming a mom and saying when she scored her first banger of a goal in her first goal back from
Legendary.
Absolutely. That was so fun. Darian, did you ever get megged by her? Did you ever meg her? Do you have a favorite moment playing against her?
My second year in the league, I absolutely got megged by everybody. I didn't know how to defend or how to get a little lower and go at an angle so your legs are just wide open to get megged. For sure, I've been megged.
Forward, we'll give her a break.
Yeah, it's not my strong suit, but yeah, definitely.
Oh, that's so funny. Didn't mean to put you on the spot there, but I had to. I know Dunn just loved that. I love it. Crystal Dunn, you can watch her with Gotham FC in the NWSL, but more importantly, this summer in Paris under Emma Hayes at the Olympics in 2024. She'll be playing all over the pitch. Maybe Marcel will even be there. Probably her little baby boy cheering for her in the stands. I know we will be cheering for Crystal Dunn as well.